Hi, my name is Michael Gilmore and I'm the writer of Whizbang's blog, and it's so good to be here today for the very first Saturday Musings that is done on video. Anyway, I'm really excited about that and I hope you enjoy what I have to share with you today. Anyway, the topic I want to look at though is a topic which many of us wrestle with in our own lives. And it's a topic which I know I personally have wrestled with, that's for sure. And that is of focus. What are you being focused on? And I view things in three different ways: is world, job or business, and then there's personal focus. Where are you putting your time? What are you actually doing with your time? Because that's the one commodity you'll never get back again, is your time. So without further ado, I'd like to take a look at world. Climate change as an example. So many people get all upset about climate change. My gosh, the whole of New York's going to be underwater if we're not too concerned about it. Or all the polar bears are going to drown, or all those sort of things, those very emotive pictures that come out with climate change. And I sort of view things, I think, focus, is this something I can impact? What can I do in my life? What's the focus that I can do to be able to help climate change? So I do things such as recycle and so forth like that. But then I think, well, this whole debate, everyone's getting all upset about climate change. And my view is really simple. With whoever is right, whether it's climate change caused by humans or climate change not caused by humans, I really don't care. What I really do care about is, are we looking after the planet? And I'm as simple as that. Like, where's the downside in looking after the planet? So that's the first thing, is climate change or politics. People get very upset about politics, and then they start getting on their Facebook feeds or Twitter, and they say this, that, and the other, particularly at the moment with them in the American political situation. Is it Bernie Sanders, or is it Trump, or who's better, the Democrats or the Republicans? Yeah. Focus. What are you actually focused on? Is this something you can really impact? And unless it's at the polling booth itself. At the polling booth, go for it. You vote for who it matters. It matters the most. But are you having all your time sucked into discussing these big world things or trying to address these big world problems, and really you can't influence it? It's all about, what is your circle of influence versus your circle of concern? See, I'm very concerned about politics. I'm very concerned about climate change. But can I influence them? I can influence them very little, only in a small sort of way. So your job or your business, focus. Now, this is a big one for me. One of the biggest things I find with in business anyway is the levels of opportunity. There's so many opportunities and out there. And I must admit, I come back from NamesCon and I sort of look at it and I go, oh my goodness, NamesCon was fantastic. There were just so many opportunities there. And I sort of think to myself, I wonder what would happen if I tried to do all those opportunities. I wonder what would happen to me if I went after every single one of them. I'll tell you what I'd be. I'd be running around like Hairless Chalk doing everything bad versus focusing and doing one or two things well. Yeah, so I sometimes think to myself, business, focus. Then I remember last year, I went away actually for a couple of days. And I like doing this, going away. And in my time away, I spent probably half a day to 2/3 of a day just looking at all the different things in the business that I was dealing with, and sort of saying to myself, are these things which are going to add value to my business? Are they really going to add value, or gee, they're just great ideas and awesome opportunities, but really, how many awesome opportunities can you do? So I went away for a few days and I culled during that time a whole lot of the opportunities. In fact, I came back, sent some emails off to people and just said, sorry guys, this is a great opportunity, but it's not for us right now. And I had some disappointed emails in reply, but you know, that's life. What I wanted to do was do one or two things well rather than many things badly. Opportunities. So what is the opportunities in, say, a domain business? Let's imagine you're selling domains. And what is your goal in selling domains? Like you can get tied up in the forums and spend a huge amount of time in the forums and writing and commenting and so forth like that in the forums and getting into sort of arguments with people and that sort of thing. Or you can just go along and say, you know what? I'm not going to go along and do that any longer. I may read some of a few comments or something like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend all my time moving my stock turn from, say, 1% stock turn to a 2% stock turn. And I talked about that in one of my previous videos. Because if you can do that, you're going to double your revenue. So how would you do that? Then you sort of begin to do the analysis and say, all right, I need to drop my prices a bit because that's going to influence when I get sales. Or let's imagine you're getting no inquiries. Maybe you've got to go along and drop a whole of your domains. So which ones do you drop to get that stock turn up? Or maybe you should drop some domains and buy some different ones that have a better chance of selling. There's all these things you can do if you're focused and you're laser focused, in fact, with your business. But then we come down to personal life. So many people, I think, they spend so much time in business or worrying about the politics or worried about climate change or the coronavirus or all those different things that they forget about who really matters. Like, how much time have you spent with your partner? When did you go out on a date? How much time have you spent with your kids? When did you actually do something special with them? When did you try to go along and help them out on something? All these different things are so important. Or how about when was the last time you really decided to spend a lot of time with some friends? Or maybe there's a friend who really needed you and you just need to go along and spend some time with that particular friend. You know, it's thinking beyond yourself, which makes you more of a likable person. If you've been struggling with friendships, then be the friend you'd like to be. Focus on that. Focus on how can you make yourself a better person, dare I say, more attractive to other people so you can become a great friend. Yeah, it's some of these things seem very obvious, but there are many things that we forget about is being focused, even on our personal life. How about focused on you? You know, being focused on you is really important as well. Like, how much time are you spending on yourself in terms of inputting into you to make you a better human being? Now, I wonder what it'd be like if you went along and decided, I'm going to spend the first 30 minutes of every day working on yourself. Thinking about how you can make yourself a better person. Thinking about how you can help others. Thinking about how you can become more focused on your family, in your job, or wherever else there is you need to really knuckle down and take a look at. I wonder what sort of impact this would have on your friends and family. Anyway, this is the first video, Saturday Musings, for Whizbang's blog, and it's great to be here with you. And please don't forget to like the video. It really encourages me when you do that. Or also leave some comments here as well or suggestions. Anyway, it's great. Thanks a lot for that. See you later. Bye.